Hello and welcome to lesson 4 of sharing, which is version history. I think this is one of the greatest, if not the greatest option that you have in Google Sheets and Google Workspace. Version history is just so helpful, so useful in so many different situations. So let's say here that you insert a table like event task, and you just, you spend lots of time, blocking out, working on it, I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much there. You made this table and someone else, like Matt Jr., comes on in and deletes everything and, inserts rows above and just wreaks havoc on this table. In that, when you go back, I don't know, Monday, and this happened in the weekend, or, someone clicked a button accidentally, I say that with quotes that you can't see. You might be, what happened to my table? Who did this? And go to File, go to Version History, and you can actually see all version histories. So in this one, you can see that in this purple, on this day, at this time, Matt Jr. was doing things. And you can go back in the past and you can just see quite a few different things. Like I've been working on all of these ones, and you can go back and actually restore different ones. When you go into that, you can actually see here's where, well, this got, deleted. Here, this was added. And so now this has all of the things there, and then I'm just going to push the blue button to restore this version. And all that data comes back, and it's super helpful, super great. And so that's version history. Now, in that, another thing you can do with version, you can actually name current versions. So maybe you just added a table, or you're going to make big updates. You can say table added, or whatever makes sense for yours. And then as you guys go on and you do your tasks and, add to this, and you go to the version history, you can actually then have this kind of just highlighted as the table added. It'll still have the timing of it and things, but it's just a helpful way for, weeks in the future to say, oh, when did we add this? Or when did we do this? It's especially useful with big updates. So if you, change a function or formula or do different things there, the version history can really help you keep an organized timeline of changes, of who was working on it, what they did, when, and being able to undo it if you need to. So again, those are kind of the main things. I will say I often, if I make a big change to one that's shared or just in general, I always try to make a copy of it by going to File and make a copy. I just think having drafts of those, especially during big changes or when you start sharing to people, just in case stuff gets really messed up or something gets deleted or, anything in there, I just think it's good to have kind of an archive of those. Again, depending on how your organization, runs and works on these, it can vary. But again, I like to make a copy there. And then, of course, also doing a combination of that and version history and naming it, and just having peace of mind that I can always go back in history, especially if something looks different or something was added or changed. And, again, it can also have good security or being able to know who did it or what account did it. That way you can talk with them to say, like, hey, well, what was going on here, or what were you trying to accomplish? Nicely, of course, but it just gives, the peace of mind to know who's doing what when. Hopefully you find this helpful. Again, I think it's one of the best features just to have an archive timeline of what's happening inside those sheets. So hopefully you agree and find this helpful too. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.